Can you share how your martial arts instructor groomed you?
I met this specific instructor when I was 8 years old. When I turned 13 and I got my black belt, I was a very serious competitor. And I was like, I want to start competing in bow staff. And this instructor was the national champion bow staff competitor. And I had always had a crush on him. I'd always thought he was very handsome. He was 8 years older than me. There was never a chance for me. But then when I turned 13 and I began training with him, all of a sudden he would start saying things to me that made me feel very weird inside. Then it became more physical. Then all of a sudden he would help me stretch, which means that he would be in between my spread legs, pushing my legs apart, staring at me in the eyes, telling me how beautiful I was. And so by the time the 3 years was up of the grooming process, I had dropped out of all my extracurricular activities. I had isolated from all my friends. I was doing all of the tournaments and I was working 4 days a week for him for free. When I was 15 years old, he came up while I was changing and he kissed me for the first time. His girlfriend was right downstairs. And at this point, I believe they were engaged and she was pregnant. He began at that point telling me I was a little too young for us to be dating, so I needed to keep it a secret. But one day he was gonna marry me and I just needed to show him what an adult I was. And I'll give you one guess at what being an adult meant. It meant sex. It took me until my 30s before I truly understood I was a victim. When I first started telling my story, I had all these women reach out to me who had very similar experiences with their instructors.
Oh, in martial arts?
In martial arts specifically.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's an industry issue. It is not a person issue.